What if your dog, while twitching in its sleep, wasn't just moving randomly, but reliving its favorite chase at the park? It sounds like something out of a storybook, but the science may be closer to fantasy than fiction. The idea that animals dream just like humans raises spined, tingling questions about their inner world. Are they capable of memories, imagination, even nightmares? If animals dream, does that mean they also feel emotions while they sleep? These aren't just cute theories, they're questions backed by serious neurological research. The mystery gets even deeper when we consider animals that have never been observed sleeping in the way we do. But make no mistake, what you're about to learn will forever change the way you see your pets and the wild creatures outside your door. Dreaming starts with one of the most mysterious processes in biology: REM sleep. Rapid eye movement is the phase where dreams occur in humans, and shockingly, it's been detected in a wide variety of animals. From rats to octopuses, scientists have caught glimpses of eye flickers, muscle twitches, and brainwave activity eerily similar to ours. The electrical impulses of a sleeping cat's brain can mirror that of a dreaming person. But what does that actually mean? Are these just primitive flickers, or fully formed dream experiences? The tension builds when you realize that animals can't describe their dreams, so researchers are left decoding signals in silence. And that silence might be hiding a much deeper truth than we ever imagined. One of the first clues that animals dream came from a radical experiment on rats in the 2000s. Scientists had the rodents run through a maze while measuring their brain activity. Later, while the rats slept, the researchers noticed something shocking: the exact same neural patterns were firing. The rats were dreaming of the maze. But the real twist? The patterns played in the exact same order, almost like a replay button had been hit. This discovery turned the scientific world upside down. It meant animals were not only storing memories, they were actively re-experiencing them. Suddenly, the twitching paws of a dog or the flick of a cat's tail didn't look random anymore. They looked like echoes of dreams we'll never fully see. Birds add another fascinating layer to the story. Zebra finches, for instance, rehearse their songs in their sleep. Using brain monitoring tools, scientists track the same neuron activity at night as when they were singing while awake. These aren't just instinctual routines, they are mental rehearsals. What's more, baby birds do it more often, just like human infants dream more than adults. It suggests that dreaming plays a critical role in learning. But here's where the tension spikes. If dreams are essential for growth, what happens to animals that are deprived of them? Could their cognitive development be stunted? And if so, are humans inadvertently interfering with that through captivity or environmental stress? Marine mammals complicate the story even further. Dolphins and whales sleep with only half their brain at a time, a process called unihemispheric sleep. It's a survival mechanism that lets them breathe and stay alert for predators. But how do you dream with half a brain? The answer is still unknown. But researchers have observed slow-wave sleep patterns in dolphins, suggesting that a form of dreaming might still occur. The chilling implication is that some animals may experience fragmented, partial dreams, ones that never fully play out. Imagine being stuck in a half-dream forever. What would that do to your mind? Octopuses bring a psychedelic twist to the mystery. These invertebrates, despite being evolutionarily distant from mammals, display REM-like states. They change colors rapidly while asleep, as if reacting to stimuli only they can see. Their bodies pulse, twitch, and shift hues in what some scientists believe could be dream-induced camouflage simulations. This means that creatures without backbones, without a traditional brain, like ours, may still experience something akin to dreaming. And if such different animals share this behavior, it hints at an ancient evolutionary origin for dreams. One that predates mammals and birds, or dreams, than one of the oldest shared traits in the animal kingdom. Elephants add emotional depth to the conversation. Known for their intelligence and complex social structures, they also show signs of dreaming. In captivity, some have been observed flailing, vocalizing, or even shedding tears during sleep. If animals can feel grief in waking life, can they mourn in their dreams? Some researchers believe yes. And if true, the emotional landscape of an animal's dream might be just as rich and heartbreaking as ours. But here's the terrifying possibility. Animals rescued from trauma may relive those experiences in their sleep again and again. Imagine the psychological burden they might carry, unseen and unspoken. Primates, our closest evolutionary relatives, bring this theory even closer to home. Chimps and bonobos show sleep patterns nearly identical to humans. Electroencephalogram readings, EEGs of their sleeping brains, show REM cycles that mirror our own. Their sleep twitches and eye movements suggest rich mental experiences. But the most jarring idea is that they may dream of us. Of interactions, gestures, even conflicts with human caretakers or researchers. Are we invading their subconscious? And what responsibilities come with knowing that another species may be dreaming about you? Even simpler creatures like lizards are entering the dream conversation. In 2016, scientists recorded sleep cycles in the Australian dragon lizard that resembled REM and non-REM phases. The lizard's eyes would dart under closed lids, and they would twitch their limbs, classic signs of dreaming. This was the first time REM-like sleep had been observed in reptiles. It shattered the idea that dreaming was a mammalian-bird-only trait. Suddenly, the door opened to the possibility that dreaming might span across all vertebrates, and perhaps beyond. How many other species are dreaming in silence? But not all animals dream equally. Size, brain complexity, and sleep duration all factor in. For example, giraffes sleep so little, sometimes just 30 minutes a day, that REM sleep is rare. Does that mean they dream less? Or do they just dream faster? Scientists don't have an answer, but the tension lies in the possibility that some animals might live their entire lives barely dreaming at all. What effect does this have on their emotional and cognitive well-being? Could it explain certain behavioral traits like heightened anxiety or aggression? Sleep deprivation has been tested in animals, and the results are disturbing. Rats deprived of REM sleep begin to show signs of physical deterioration, memory loss, and even death. That's how critical dreaming may be. In humans, lack of REM sleep leads to hallucinations and emotional instability. If the same applies to animals, then zoos, farms, and homes might be unknowingly harming creatures through poor sleep environments. Enclosures that are too loud, bright, or stressful could be blocking dreams, cutting off a vital part of the animal's brain function. Domesticated animals offer the most visible evidence. Dogs running in their sleep, cats meowing during naps. It's hard not to anthropomorphize those behaviors. But scientists warn that we still can't know what they see. What if their dreams aren't happy? What if they relive moments of fear, neglect, or confusion? The tension grows when you consider how many pets come from shelters or abusive backgrounds. Their sleep may look peaceful, but their minds may be screaming, and we have no way to stop it. Even animals born in captivity aren't immune. They may dream of behaviors they've never experienced: hunting, fleeing, mating. Instincts passed down genetically could shape the content of their dreams. That suggests dreams may not only reflect memories, but also latent inherited behaviors. If that's true, animals might be born with dreams already encoded in their DNA. Can you imagine entering the world already haunted by a predator you've never seen? Predators and prey likely dream very differently. Prey animals may be more prone to nightmares, as their waking lives are filled with danger. Conversely, predators might dream of hunting scenarios, perfecting their strategies even in sleep. This dynamic opens the door to a haunting idea: that animals might suffer emotional trauma while unconscious victims of their own biology. The wild is harsh, and even in rest, there may be no peace. Mother-offspring bonds may also play out in dreams. Studies on sheep and mice show increased brain activity when nursing mothers sleep. They may be mentally checking in on their young, even when physically separated. That maternal instinct could carry into the dream world, forming an invisible tether between parent and child. The idea that love can transcend consciousness adds a deeply emotional layer to animal sleep behavior. The dreams of dying animals remain one of the darkest unknowns. Do elephants dream of their herds before they pass? Do aging pets dream more frequently or more vividly? Anecdotal reports from pet owners suggest some animals appear to pass away peacefully, as if mid-dream. But science hasn't caught up. If dreams persist until the very end, then some animals may be crossing into death while reliving their most powerful moments. So why does all this matter? Because if animals dream, then they think. If they think, then they feel. and if they feel. We have a moral obligation to understand and protect that hidden inner life. Sleep is no longer just rest, it's a window into cognition, emotion, and consciousness. And we've only just begun to open it. Understanding animal dreams could revolutionize veterinary care, wildlife rehabilitation, and even conservation policies. Knowing how animals emotionally process trauma or joy could lead to better treatment and more humane conditions. It could also help researchers identify signs of stress or illness earlier, just by monitoring sleep behavior. Dream science may be the next frontier in animal welfare. The mystery persists, and so does the urgency. As habitats shrink and environments become more artificial, animals are sleeping in increasingly unnatural conditions. Their dreams, if they have them, may be shifting, becoming more fragmented, darker, or confused. The toll this takes is invisible, but no less real. Next time you see your pet twitching in its sleep or a wild animal curled in rest, remember this. There's an entire world unfolding behind those closed eyes. A world of memory, emotion, instinct, and maybe even hope. We may never fully see their dreams, but we can fight to make their waking life more worthy of them.